Steve from Custom Table Tennis, and as promised, I said I'd bring you this special Friday offer, and people have asked me to do it more often, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to do one side because people have seen it before, gets a little bit boring. But every single blade that we send out, we're going to seal it for you. If you want to know why, have a look at a video called To Seal or Not to Seal. Just put that in YouTube and you'll find it. But what we do, and you can see the colour difference there. You can see what's been sealed and what hasn't. I'm just going to quickly show you on one side what we do. Because when you take the rubbers off eventually, so when you get the new one, you don't have to use this, but you want to use water-based acrylic. But look at the colour change. You don't want to put loads of it on. You just want to get enough to seal it. But look as it absorbs into the wood. This is the Wenge, the Premium Wenge blade. And the offer that we've got on today, we're going to put the Friendship 729 on, which is the world's best-selling rubber. That's not to say that it's the best rubber that you'll ever buy, but it's really, really popular with the coaches, and it's been around. I'll show you on the packet while I finish this off. But we always go around these edges down there. As I say, I'm not going to do the edges, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but people like to see it. So that, essentially, when you pull your rubbers off, they're going to come off and you're not going to damage your blade. So what we'll have a look at now, I'll start with the straight one. So nice straight handle, nice and comfortable. We'll just go with the vernier gauge. So what we've got here on the straight one, on the straight we've got 28.42 wide by 23.68, and the length is always going to be the same. It's always going to be around about the 100. There you go, look at that. You couldn't even get any nearer if you tried. Round about the 100 long, which is in real old money, 4 inches. Then the flared, so the flared at the narrowest part, about 26.5, flaring up to 33.70, and then the thickness is 25. And then for those who want an anatomic, the anatomic one, remember that's got the bump in the middle there. You can pick it out. Some people prefer it. So that theory is that it fits in the hollow of your hand. These fingers can hold it very loosely. So the anatomic one, on the bump, we've got 28.7 on the bump, and it shouldn't be that much more on the up here, to 31, and then of course down there it's a little bit thinner. But it's a nice subtle anatomic. And if you want straight, and we haven't got any straight left, I mean the anatomic, it's not that much different. So that's the blade. So what we've got a Wenge blade, which is one of our hardest woods, so quite a hard blade. And then you've got your carbon layers. So we've got a Kiri core wood, then we've got the carbon, and then we've got the Wenge outer. Nice blade. We sell lots of these. So you can get away with these with putting coaching rubbers on, like the Friendship 729, which I'm getting to next. So this is the Friday special offer. So what we're doing, just mention, shown you the this stuff here. I'll get that on so it doesn't dry out. So you don't have to use that, but some kind. You want to, if you use water-based acrylic, you want it matte. You don't really want it satin, and you certainly don't want it gloss. You want the rubbers to be able to stick. And then we use our own water-based bio glue, which is also tensor friendly, and it's a VOC glue. Been using this glue for 15 years. Obviously not that one, but you know what I mean. Right, so that's the blades. So let's have a look at the rubber, what you're going to get. As I've said, we'll show you the packet. This is the original packet. Now, for some reason, and it's a little bit of a shame because I like the packet and the gold medal and all this information here, but yeah, it's getting a little bit dated possibly. 29th of the 10th, it was signed off by this. All these champions have used them in the 90s, and then it was signed by, I'm not even going to attempt that, on October 29th from the Rubber Industry Research Institute of China, Taijin, China. Probably the world's best-selling rubber, if you think about the amount of players in China. And if you didn't know, it's September 72. So that's how long it's been around. So I won't tell you how old I was when that come out. You'll be able to work out how old I am. But there you are. I remember this. I've been playing 40 years and this was very, very popular. Very sticky rubber. So what we're going to do for a limited time only. So here's what you'll get when you order the bat. So the blades, believe it or not, are $59.99 on their own, and then you can put the rubbers in. You can build what you want onto this blade. It's one of our fastest blades, Wenge. Or you can pay $59.99 with the rubbers attached. So you haven't heard me wrong. So you're going to get a pair of these rubbers free, cut to perfection as usual. Just have a look around those edges. You use either a 10A surgical scalpel or a knife that we've got at the moment. So when you cut with scissors, you get little micro tears and jiggedy-jaggedy, and they're not as durable around the edges. And then we fit the edging tape to fit. We pick the appropriate thickness. Some people say, can you just cover the wood? But it's ridiculous. You want to cover as much of the sponge as you can and protect it. And if you're prone to catching the edge on the table. So a little bit more about the Friendship 729. This is one of your tackiest rubbers available. It really can hear that gripping my finger. I possibly, back in the day when I have used it, I prefer them after 2 or 3 weeks when you've cleaned it and what have you. The only thing is you do need to clean it with a sponge, and preferably an anti-static cleaner, which we have for sale. But you can get away with sponge and water, but eventually, every time the ball hits the table, hits the floor, you're going to get... so if you don't clean it at all, eventually you won't be able to spin because all the dust will adhere onto here. But it's still a very, very popular among coaches. This is the original version, the packet I showed you, that's the original version with the orange sponge. So you get the bat made to perfection, you get the box, and then you get the card. The card will tell you, your 729FX, it's a flared and it's a Wenge. The blade was 85 grams, and then the overall weight of the bat is 174, and then we date it. And I would ask you to keep hold of this card, and then if you want to replace the bat or your friend tries it or whatever, we can always get you the right bat. So that's how it goes out. It comes out to you with a flyer as well. And I said it good to go. So absolutely insane Friday offer while stocks last. We're not going to keep this on forever. We don't know how long this will be. You keep finding this on YouTube, but we'll see how long these last, and then after that we'll be bringing another Friday offer. So Steve from Custom Table Tennis, hit the like and subscribe, and then if you want more videos, well, hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.